Pivot charts are created from pivot tables, and the pivot charts allow you more flexibility than a regular chart. They allow you to manipulate and drill down into the data more so than a regular chart. However, the formatting of a pivot chart is basically the same as a regular chart, so I will not go into the formatting in this video. In this data, we have real estate agents and data for homes that they have sold. And these are the totals for all of the homes that they have sold in multiple cities, as well as the number of days that all of the homes each of the agents sold for the days on the market, and the goals for the selling amounts for next year. Now, what we want to do is make sure you've clicked in the data, in the pivot table, go to Insert, Pivot Chart, choose your chart type, and you can resize it just like you would a normal chart. And when you want to format the chart, again, you have the Chart Elements button here, just like a normal chart. So I would add the titles, and you can add the other options here. You have the styles and the colors in the other button, but there's no filter button here because you can filter within the chart. So here you can filter and sort your data. Now you have these filled buttons, which is another difference between this and a regular chart. Under the Analyze, you have filled buttons here, and you can decide whether or not you want to show those. We don't need all of this data on our charts because the days on the market, for example, is not the same as the currency when you are looking at the asking and selling price. So that's apples and oranges that you are comparing. So we don't want the days on the market. So I can go to that filled button and remove it. And I don't want the goals on this particular chart, so I can do the same thing there, or I can go to the values in the filled pane and I can remove them from there. So that gives us a little bit cleaner chart. And just like a regular chart, you can double click on any of the objects to see the formatting pane. If I want to drill down into the data, I can do that very easily. Let's say I want to see for each real estate agent the total amount of the homes that they sold in any particular city. I'm going to double click on the names and go to city and go from there. You can also use the filled pane for some of this as well. Notice that it also gives you options to filter out or sort by city. And it shows you in the pivot table the data for each of those cities. So with the pivot charts, you are able to drill down into the data a little bit more so than you would with a regular chart.